Thanks for joining us for the Member xCite presentation. The Member xCite presentation is informative, interesting to the audience, and showcases the strengths of the presenter as an entrepreneur and their area of expertise. It's not a sales pitch, it's a 10-minute educational and insightful exploration into what they do. And of course, it's exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Bek xCite presenter today,
Bek Drayton from Be Constructive Marketing, to present to us on
SEO for small businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for
Bek Drayton.
Hi, so today I'm going to be talking about SEO. So who here has heard of the term SEO before? Yep. Okay, most of you, awesome. Who here is actively engaged in SEO for your business in some capacity? 1, 2, okay. Awesome. Alright, so SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it's the process of optimizing or tweaking your website so that it performs better in Google and other search engines. Why would you want to perform better in Google search engines? To increase your website traffic. So being one of the top 5 listings for a search query dramatically increases your search traffic. And organic search traffic is one of the best types of leads that you can get for your business as well. People who search in Google have something that's called intent, which means that they are actively looking for a product or a service. So that differs a lot. So if you're using, say, social media for your lead generation, you're really trying to develop brand awareness and get your brand out there so that when somebody is ready to buy, they think of you first. Whereas with SEO and search engine optimization, you're skipping that brand awareness point and you're grabbing them when they're ready to buy. SEO and it bypasses that stage that a lot of other social media channels and other digital marketing channels make you go through. But what is it? Google determines how your website will rank in its search engines based on a number of different factors. Thousands of different factors, actually. These thousands of factors all feed into a very complex algorithm that then calculates where your site is going to sit in Google. As a small business owner, it's really, really difficult to wrap your head around all the different types of ranking factors. I struggle to keep on top of them, and I do this for a living. And to make things even better, Google releases 4 to 6 updates to their algorithm each year that either adds in new factors or shuffles around the weighting of some of the factors. So what that basically means is that 4 to 6 times a year, Google shuffles around the goalposts a little bit just to kind of keep you on your toes. So at Be Constructive Marketing, we believe that knowledge is power, and we believe that it's really important for business owners to understand the marketing services that they're engaging. And because of that, we developed a pretty simple framework to help our clients kind of get their head around SEO so that they can make informed decisions for their businesses. Our framework takes those thousands of different factors and organises them into 3 key groups, which I'm going to go through with you. So the first key group is technical SEO. So technical SEO really covers the health of your website. It makes sure that your website is built to current best practices for security, for usability, and just for kind of across the board you have a really healthy website. Some of those factors include things like having an SSL certificate on your website, so that kind of turns your HTTP to HTTPS. That's a really critical key ranking factor these days that your website hosting provider should be able to help you with. If you go onto your website and it says not secure, that means you need to get one, and it means that you're probably missing out on website traffic because you don't have it. It also includes having a really fast and mobile responsive website. So if you jump on your website and it doesn't operate very well on a mobile device, you're probably missing out on website traffic because of that. And it also covers things like making sure there's no bugs, no broken links, that there's a really good user experience, and that it's really easy to navigate to find the key information on your website. The second section of our grouping of our framework is on page. So OnPage covers all of your content and all of the stuff that's on your website. So your text, your images, your videos, all of that kind of stuff. It looks at content length and quality. So the best way I can kind of explain this is that if you want to rank for a specific search term or phrase and you don't have any content on your website relevant to that term, you're not going to rank. And then beyond that, it's actually a competition, right? So if you've got, say you want to rank for best Brisbane restaurant, and you only refer to yourself as the best Brisbane restaurant once on your website, whereas your competitor has, you know, blog article after blog article after blog article where they talk about themselves being the best restaurant in Brisbane, your one mention is not going to outrank their 10 blog articles. I get asked all the time, how many words do I need to have on the page? How much content do I need to write about this? And my response is always, go to Google, type in the word that you want to, or phrase you want to rank for, and look at what's ranking at the top. And that's your benchmark, because you will not outrank them if they've got 2,000 words and you've only got 200. So yeah, that second one is really all about making sure that you have content on your website that is relevant to the terms you want to rank for, and that you have enough content on there to be competitive. It also includes things like formatting and title hierarchy, using bolding and italics and stuff and imagery to break up the text on your website so you're maintaining that good user experience. And it also tracks some user behavior. So things like bounce rate or how many pages somebody looks at when they're on your website will actually contribute to your rankings. So if somebody comes to your site, jumps on there, looks at your site for 30 seconds and then leaves, that's not going to be great for your SEO. But if they come to your website and they spend 10 minutes and they go through 4 or 5 pages, they read some blogs, they watch a video before they leave, and they fill in a contact form, that's actually going to help you rank better the next time somebody types in that same keyword. So Google is using a lot of computer learning to see how people are engaging with your content, and the more engaging it is, it knows your content is better and therefore is worthy of being ranked higher in Google. And then that last group in the framework is called OffPage. So OffPage is everything that happens related to your website and your brand external to your website. So I'm talking about things like backlinks, if you've heard that term. That is any external website that references your website and links through to you. So if you've written a really awesome resource on something and somebody else has gone and written another blog and has referenced that and linked to you, that's a backlink. Directory listings also count. Social mentions and social reshares actually affect your SEO. Brand mentions as well, even when they're not linked. A brand mention can actually, the more people are talking about you and your website on social platforms and other websites, the more authority it gives you, basically. So it's, yeah, and guest posting as well is another really great way for you to build links. So if you've got people who are willing to let you write a blog article to post on their website that then includes a link back to yours, that's a really easy way for you to grow your backlinks. It's also a really great way for you to leverage this community. When you get up and do your 40-second pitch, you can say, hey, I'm looking for opportunities to guest blog on other people's websites, and those posts will help your website rank better. So a good SEO campaign includes all of these 3 things. It's important to have a really strong, healthy website that provides a good user experience, and you can't skip that SEO, that technical SEO element. Without it, you won't get a foot in the door. You know, if your website doesn't meet those bare minimum site health kind of criteria, you won't even get indexed. The next item is to make sure it's important to have that high quality relevant content that addresses the search terms. So the first step is to get a healthy site so you get indexed. The second step is to make sure you've got that great content on your website that's actually going to relate to the search term. And then that third bit is to build authority for you off-site and to be doing those kind of almost PR kind of activities on other websites and other social media platforms to drive people back. I'm going to wrap it up there. Learning about SEO can be a bit of an information overload, and I have heaps of informative blog articles and resources on my website. So if you want to learn more about this, just pass me your business card at the end and I'll send you through some links to more resources about the framework that go into it a little bit more in detail.
Awesome. Yeah.
Questions?
You go.
No, I was just jumping in there. So, in order to boost your ranking, could you just get your staff to log on every day? Friends and family? They can't just look up your website.
No,
I
because
hit that 5 times today.
all of your staff are in the same office on the same IP address. It's the same thing if you try and do get all your staff to go on and leave a positive Google review. Google's going to see an influx of 20 reviews from the same IP address and it's going to go, no, there's something dodgy going on there. There is so much computer learning and AI going into the algorithm that I can pretty much guarantee you that there is no way you can trick Google into thinking.
Okay. You just thought I'd
They
ask
all
for a
do
friend.
like from their own IP address.
They do it from
They
home.
would have different ones.
If they do it from home.
Yeah, if they do it
True,
from
but
home.
instead of putting a lot of times, I imagine, to increase
But-
that ranking.
Yeah, you would, and also, like you might think that your friends are jumping on and doing 2 minutes of random searching, but actually there's probably going to be patterns generated, and Google's going to pick up on that, and
It's so smart.
yeah,
It is really smart.
It's
really
very and it's very difficult to trick Google.
So my question is a slightly different one around, you said if you stay on the site for longer, if they stay on your site and open different pages or watch videos. So if the video is set up on YouTube and it's a link through to YouTube, does that
Google
still
owns YouTube.
count? Yeah, does that count as them staying on your page, or is that it does? Okay.
And this is unofficial, but Google doesn't actually outright say that if you use their video player Google that you will get better results. But there are a lot of people who've run tests on it and who will tell you that yes, always pick YouTube over like a Vimeo. Because Google links them and can collect the data, and yes, if they're on that page, even if you've embedded the video and the video is hosted with YouTube, it will still improve your performance.
Cool. And when you're putting on a link or a document or something and you say, you get the little thing and you can say open on a new page or open on the same page, does it make a difference if it opens on a new page, or does it still count as the same? Awesome.
Yep,
Thank
it's
you.
on that tracks the domain name.
Yep. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Any other
That's
questions?
awesome. Great. Great information.